Hi and welcome to Ali Lives Well on Less. I'm Ali, I'm an early retired teacher, currently living on a small pension, and this channel is all about living well on a small amount of money and still being able to live a rich and full life. And I count my blessings every day because I am so lucky and I am very happy with my life. So today is Foodie Friday. So if you're new here, welcome. We talk about all things food and saving money and eating well. Living on a small amount of money does not mean that you have to eat poorly. So today I'm going to show you how I make butter. Some of you have commented on my previous shopping videos that you are finding it hard to find block British butter, and when you do, the price is going up and up and up. I noticed last week that the price has gone up like 30-40 pence a block over the last few months, and it doesn't seem to be slowing down. So while I have stocked up on butter, it's currently in my fridge, it's got a use by date of January, but butter freezes well, so if I feel the need, I can put it in my freezer. In fact, all dairy products freeze well if you know how to freeze them and then defrost them and use them. So in the past, I have bought cream, specifically double cream, which I think is called heavy cream in some parts of the world, or whipping cream. And you can basically whip that cream into butter. I use my stand mixer, but you can, if you have the time and the energy to put it in a jar with a lid and shake it, you will get butter. And I have done that many times with children when I was teaching. And even now when I use my food mixer, I still think it's magic. It's magic. You whip, and then all of a sudden you've got butter. So a good tip in the run up to Christmas and after Christmas, you may find supermarkets selling double cream, whipping cream on yellow stickers at a reduced price. So it's a good chance to snap up that cream and turn it into butter and shove it in the freezer. So today I have a Luna free day. I was on jury duty standby, and I already checked all beforehand that they considered paying for daycare for dogs is an expense that can be reimbursed. And even though I wasn't actually called, I did check, they do reimburse costs if you have incurred them to make yourself available for jury duty. And otherwise I would have lost my daycare money because you have to have a 48-hour cancellation notice. So I have a Luna free day today. So I've been painting, so apologies if you see any sort of paint in my hair. I'm painting another wall in the living room. I've got a full oven. It's full of some reduced chicken that my daughter-in-law managed to get me, and potatoes. So full oven, painting a wall, making cream, and I'm going to show you what else I got at Lidl this morning. So top tip for butter, if you're finding it expensive, you can use reduced cream to stock up. And although I haven't done it in one of my frugal groups, I believe you can buy the brandy flavoured double cream or rum flavoured cream at Christmas. It's quite often reduced to like 5 pence, 5p in our supermarkets here. You can still use that because the alcohol comes out in the buttermilk, and you can still use the butter and the buttermilk for baking. I wouldn't necessarily use it if you're cooking chicken or sausages or something. So I'm going to try and turn the camera down so that you can see inside my mixing bowl, so that you can see the point of magic where cream turns into butter. So hang on, I'm going to turn the camera down. Okay, here we are. Let's see if this works. So I have 300 mils of Scottish double cream, and all I'm going to do is put 2 tubs into my stand mixer. Now you probably could do it with a hand mixer, but you have to whisk it for at least 10 minutes or so. So please be careful you don't burn out your motor if you're using a handheld whisk. It definitely works if you've got a stand mixer. Sorry, I'm being a bit cack-handed here. Oops. Okay. So that's now 600 mils, which is just over a pint of double cream. Okay, so it has to be double or whipping, because it's got the higher fat content, and it will turn into butter. So I have a splash guard because it does splash out at certain points in the process. There we go. Okay, so going to get noisy, and then I will put you on pause and I'll bring you back after a few minutes. So all I'm going to do is now turn on my food mixer and let it run. I'll stop at various points and show you the different stages. So here we go. Okay, I'm going to turn it up full. Okay. As you can see, my mixer's not very happy. Come on. There we go. So this is after 4 minutes. You can see it is very over whipped cream, and all I'm doing is I'm just scraping down the sides so that the bits at the top can get incorporated, and it's starting to pull away from the side as well. So I'm just going to help it along here. My mixer is not very happy today, so I'm hoping it keeps going. Okay, so okay, that's not bad. Okay, so all I'm going to do is pop the splash guard back on and put the whisk on. Okay, and keep whisking. Okay, back in a minute. Okay, we are now 6 minutes whisking, and it's starting to look like butter. There's a teeny tiny bit of liquid. I don't know if you can catch it starting to drip. Okay, and then you will hear a certain noise. I don't know how to explain it, but all of a sudden you will have a ball of butter and you will have buttermilk sloshing around. Okay, so a bit noisy. I'm just going to keep it running until it gets to that point. So probably about another minute, the magic happens. Come on, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Keep going. Okay, it might have slowed down, but can you hear the sloshing noise? You hear the thud, 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 thud. And there you go. You have butter. So you now have a big ball of butter and buttermilk in the bottom of your bowl. So I'm going to turn the camera back round and I'm going to show you what I do next. It might not be the correct way, but this is how I do it, and I'm still alive to tell the tale. So hang on, I'm going to turn you back round. Okay, so I have taken the butter off the big whiskey bit, and all I've done is I've put it in a piece of muslin and put it over in a sieve over a jug, and then all I'm going to do is carefully, I'm just going to pour it down the side and not over all the butter, the rest of the butter and the buttermilk. So all I'm doing, you can see, is a few specks of butter in there. Okay. All I do is just let it drain a little bit, and then I've got clean hands. All I'm going to do, now this gets really messy, all I'm going to do is squeeze the butter to get all the buttermilk out and into the jug. So I'm going to do that off camera because it's really messy, and yeah. Now some people will rinse, once it's finished draining, some people will rinse the butter in really, really cold milk and sort of squidge it all out and try and get all the buttermilk out. I don't. I just do this, squeeze it and portion it up and freeze it. It's the buttermilk that spoils the butter. So if you're going to freeze it, it doesn't matter. If you want to store butter long term, you could rinse it, but yeah, I don't. I'm always looking for a nice easy way to do something that has been done a different way for a long time. But as one of my good friends pointed out to me, our refrigeration methods are so much more efficient than in the olden days when we hand churned butter and had to keep it on a cold shelf in a pantry. Yeah, so okay, come back in a minute and I will show you how much buttermilk there is and how much butter you get from 600 millilitres of double cream. Okay, messy bit done, and I've washed my hands. So we have 250, I don't know if you can see, maybe not, 250 mils of buttermilk. There would have been a little bit more, but I spilt some as I was trying to do it one-handed and behind the camera, but not to worry. And I have 315 grams of butter. Unsalted, because I'm going to use this in baking. I portion it up into sort of the sizes that I need for making my cheese scones and various other things. So for £2 and 10 pence, that's how much it was for the 2 cartons of cream, 315 grams of butter and 250 mils of buttermilk. Now the buttermilk freezes as well, and I use it for scones and pancakes. And as I said, the butter will get portioned up and put into the freezer. So there we go. So a pack of butter here at the moment, a 250 gram pack of butter is £1.89. So for a little bit more, you're getting a little bit more butter and the buttermilk as well. So obviously it makes sense to buy reduced cream, and that will bring down the cost of butter. Obviously you've got the cost of electricity for your mixer, but as I said, if you're willing to do it by hand, or if you've got a less powerful mixer than mine, it might take a little bit longer as well. So that's one tip for saving money on butter if you are a butter user. While I was in Lidl, I I only went in for cream because I knew I wanted to make this video, but I've picked up a few other things as well. So it was the last day of, so today's Wednesday, so it's the last day of their fruit and veg promotions for this week. So I've got 2 aubergines, eggplants. They were 69 pence each. Yeah, they were 69 pence. I also got some stuffing mix, and it's a peculiarly British thing. I don't know if people elsewhere call it by another name. Stuffing mix, it's breadcrumbs and herbs and things. And you can use this to stretch sausage meat and minced beef or any other type of minced meats to make a meatloaf. And it's just a pack of stuffing and a pack of the meat. These also get reduced at Christmas, especially the really fancy ones, the posh ones, the deluxe versions with cranberries and apples and various juniper berries and all sorts of things. So in the run up to Christmas and after Christmas, these are reduced. So these are a great store cupboard standby for stretching meat. And thank you so much for all the comments on my stretching meat video last week. A few people commented about how much meat I eat, and I can assure you that meat will last me a very long time. I probably only eat meat 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I eat a lot of veggie meals as well, and some vegan meals too. So a few people have commented on that. So I have tried everything. I have been a vegan, I've been a vegetarian. For me, for just now, for this stage of my life, I eat everything and anything. But if that doesn't work for you, that's okay. And certainly not eating meat does save you a lot of money as well. So just while that was in my head, I thought I would mention the meat. Because they are gearing up for their Christmas things in Lidl, they are getting rid of some of their, you know how they do a Greek week, an Italian week, whatever week, a Spanish week. So I got a pack of paella rice, paella, is that how you say it? Paella rice for £1.19. I thought that might be quite a nice thing to try and make a paella. And I also succumbed to a pack of sun-dried tomatoes, £2.49. And there is nothing in here except tomatoes and salt. So I do love sun-dried tomatoes, but they are expensive. So I might do a little experiment and maybe try some in oil and garlic myself. And it's like a little foodie treat in the run-up to Christmas. The kitchen is hot because I've had the oven on, and ages ago someone gave me a good tip and said that if you do your cooking or baking in the evening, it warms up your kitchen and you don't need to put your heating on. So there you have a heating tip as well. So as always, I hope there's been something of use to you in this video. Please add your comments on any tips, and certainly in the run up to Christmas, if there's any little sort of money saving tips you found. Yeah, supermarkets are starting to get a little bit frantic here. So yeah, I'm trying to do as much as I can to stay out of the supermarket as we go into December. So leave your comments below if you've got any hot tips for saving a little bit of food money at Christmas. And hopefully I can go and get a second coat of paint on my wall. It's the wall behind the sofa that I sit on to do my money chats. It is no longer that mocha coffee brown colour. It will be my beautiful natural calico cream, hopefully, by the end of today. So hope you have a lovely day and have a fab weekend, and I'll catch you on Money Monday the next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.